Well, good morning, Delaware. We are not Nicole and Molly this morning. We're Nicole and Hannah.
Hi.
Good morning, Hannah Simpson, my communications specialist. 2/3 of the communications department here.
Yeah.
Jana's back at the workshop,
Holding down the fort.
a busy little elf as she is. We also, though, are welcoming Mark with us this morning. Good morning,
Yay.
Mark.
Hello, I'm filling in for Molly.
That's right, exactly.
I read a cupcake murder over the weekend.
Oh my gosh, you're already
You're really
on point.
channeling
Yes.
Molly.
Yes, I am.
Great job, Mark.
Thank you.
We're going to talk about books as we always do, but there's a lot of fun stuff happening in the community too. Last week we had Mandy Henning on the show, and she talked about Ostrander's Christmas in the Village this weekend, so you don't want to miss that out tomorrow. It's going to be from 5 to 7 in downtown Ostrander, and the Delaware County District Library is going to have some crafts and just really lots of wonderful things in downtown Ostrander.
It's always a delightful time.
It's kind of as picturesque as the Hallmark,
It really is.
the Hallmark
It's
movies.
so adorable.
Yes.
And so fun for the whole family.
Absolutely. We also, Village of Powell City of Powell is also having a whole Christmas weekend shebang this weekend as well. Things happening tonight, Friday, tomorrow, Saturday, and Sunday as well. Delaware still has lots of fun happening too. We've got carriage rides tonight on Friday.
Yeah.
Are you working carriage
I
rides?
am.
You might see Hannah.
I'll be there. Cold, cold, cold. But
We also,
happy.
yeah, and Santa House is still happening. So, I mean, it's like in full swing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice. You're working carriage rides, huh?
Yeah.
Sweet. I did that last weekend.
Isn't it fun?
We hopped on board. It was just grabbed right there in front of the Strand Theater. Around and around we went. It was a little bit chilly with the breeze from the horses, but the horses only going like 6 miles an hour, so it's not too bad. I was impressed at how long the ride was. I thought it'd just be around the block, but no, they went all the way down there and then back up Winter Street and
You
stuff.
get your
yeah,
$2
they go
worth
all the
for
way
sure.
to Franklin.
Yeah, down to Franklin and back up. Yeah, I was enjoying it. It was cool.
Passed by Stoss, right?
Yep.
One of our favorite places in the downtown. We love frequenting all of our local haunts.
Localing. That's a good verb.
Localing, yeah, I
Localing.
think that's nice too.
It
I'm
is.
gonna make it a new one. Add it to the dictionary.
Yeah, that's sweet.
Well, we're still reading. It's still the holiday season. So, Hannah, have you been reading anything good lately, or what sorts of things have been on your list?
I am very excited. Hold came in for me yesterday of something I've been waiting for. It is the second book in the Agatha series.
Oh, yes.
It's a YA mystery novel. I read the first. The first one is on Hoopla for instant download.
Wonderful.
So go and get it.
What's it called?
The Agathas.
Okay.
It follows two girls who go to their high school. Think like the OC.
Okay.
It's Castle Cove. It's sort of a small California.
You're throwing us back to like 2006.
Yeah, not even like earlier.
Four? Two?
Yeah,
Yeah.
4, 3, 4. And one of the main characters who follows two girls is, she's got a lot of money. She's very comfortable. Her family has a lot of comfort in their lifestyle. And one who doesn't have so much. She's on the outside. In her school group, they're called the Zoners. They're on the outer zone.
Oh, okay.
And our main character, Alice, is one of the mains. She gets mad one summer. Something happens, and she disappears for 5 days, a la Agatha Christie.
Okay.
And then she's given house arrest, and she comes back to school, and she's ostracized from her friends group and kind of floats between the Zoners and having no friends. Well, then one of the mains is murdered, goes missing. They can't find her, and everyone thinks that she's just pulling it. And Agatha, she's gone, but she's dead. And so it's
gone.
So it's how Alice and Iris solve the mystery of this girl's murder. It is definitely for teens, older teens. I'd say 16 and up. But it's a really good mystery. And then so the second one takes place, and it's a little bit more classically Agatha Christie in that it's a locked room mystery.
Oh, fun.
They're at a Sadie Hawkins dance. It's a big storm outside. Someone is attacked. She's not dead, as far as I know yet, because I've only been listening for a day. But there's a mudslide because it's California, and so nobody can get in to help these teenagers.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's really good. I'm really
Are there
enjoying
any
it.
adults anywhere ever?
Yes.
That's what I always feel about the teen, the YA. I'm like, where are the adults here?
Yeah, there are. There's the grandmother of the victim in the first story is kind of like a mogul, a beauty mogul. So she's like running an $1 billion empire, and there's teachers, and there's a lawyer who kind of skirts around some things to help get things to get one of her clients off, and there's a grumpy detective, and yeah.
I always love when I read murder mysteries or thrillers or things like that, like the person who really has no business solving the crime, it can excite me, but it can also annoy me.
How is this going to stand in court?
Alex Michaelides is like the worst at that because he introduces these characters that are like therapists, and they show up to the crime scene and they're like, "Let me in, I'm a therapist." And it's like no police officer would ever say, "Oh, okay."
They're very cognizant of the teenagers. Like, I don't want to actually mess with this because and that's why the lawyer is very helpful. The lawyer kind of guides them. Like, here's what you can and cannot do to be helpful to this. Here's who you can give the information to actually get justice.
You go. Mm-hmm. I love that.
And so, so I'm excited. And also this one has a historical mystery too. So it's like dual mysteries that this castle where it is in the 40s, a Hollywood starlet fell to her death. And are they going to find out if Mona Moody was pushed or if she fell? Or
I love that. Oh, like so a dual timeline kind of thing. Oh,
well,
fun.
not even a dual timeline. It's all happening in the present time.
Oh, we're just discovering it now. Fun.
So it's I'm really enjoying it.
So the first one is called The Agathas. What's the second one called?
The Night in Question.
Oh, good. The Night in Question. And what's the author's name? You'll have to
there's
look it
two authors. I have it pulled up. It is Kathleen Glasgow, like the town, and Liz Lawson. It is usually in our catalog under Glasgow.
Mm-hmm. Fun. And that's a hoopla-get. And just
the first one. The second one I had to wait for on Libby.
Oh, well, that's nice. At least you can get the series started quickly and then get in line for the second one if you want to.
Indeed.
Yes. Mark, did you want to share anything that you're reading?
No, not really.
I love that. It's great radio fodder. No.
I do. I'm reading so slow. I'm still reading my Expanse series, the science fiction. I know you're not a big science fiction fan overall, but
it just depends.
I'm on book number 2 of the 9-book series. So the first one went relatively slowly, and it's not just because I'm a slow reader. I just like to take my time and I go back and I reread things and I marinate in it a little bit, and I enjoy looking and sort of, I guess, visiting how the author has structured words and sentences and stuff. So it takes me forever in a day.
I love that.
It sounds really wonderful. And you've got so much book ahead of you. That sounds so great.
Yeah.
It goes on and on.
You can enjoy the journey.
Leviathan Awakes is the first book in the series that I just wrapped up. I'm just getting into Caliban's War, and it's the Expanse series, which was a big TV series on Sci-Fi, and then went over to Amazon Prime, and it's all about the colonization of space by the human species. I mentioned that to you, and how we went out and colonized Mars, and there really are Martians now, only they're humans because we colonized that. And then there was a war, and then just like you would expect, the Martians revolted, and there was a war, and they became their own independent planet, which seems only fair. They're no longer connected to Earth, and now you've got humans out in the asteroid belt, and they're colonizing asteroids out there and mining them, and we're on moons like the Saturn moon and colonizing that. So it's just sort of a feel about that.
I do enjoy that, though, because even though it is science fiction, it's still humans, and so we're just in a different place.
Yeah, we're still doing human things.
Yeah, I think one of the things that irks me the most, and this is just my personal hot take about science fiction, is like the world building, and like, oh, here are these 10 different new species with 10 different new languages and 10 different new sets of rules, and the world building becomes like very tedious for me, and I just need...
You want plot.
I need it to move faster. Yeah, I need it to be plot driven.
That's why I like these with humans. That sort of helps that a little bit, because you still got we're screwy, but not quite that screwy. Don't have purple skin or anything like that. But I was just fascinated by the fact that there really could be Martians.
For sure.
There are Martians, only there were humans. Who knew?
right.
They're Martians in the way that we're
Ohioans. Yes, exactly. That took me a long time to realize that concept too.
That's by James S.A. Corey.
Very nice.
Which is 2 different authors, by the way. It's a little pseudonym they got going there.
Oh, really?
And Jana may like that, so tell Jana all about that.
I can guarantee she's going to eat that one up.
And she hasn't already read it.
And before I forget, too, since you guys told me I get to chat more here today.
Yay.
Oh, boy.
We gave Mark a microphone.
Big thumbs up. My daughter gave you guys a big thumbs up and kudos for the new website design and the new app and everything.
Oh, thank you.
She was talking about getting a book the other day. She goes, I really like the website and the app. It's really much more intuitive, and you can figure things out much better. I like it a lot.
Thank you, Mark.
Yeah,
that's exactly what we were going for.
Yeah, exactly. So there you go. Good job.
The app really is phenomenal. If you're a Delaware County District Library user, if you're not, you need to become one. Anyone in the state of Ohio can get a Delaware County District Library card. It's very easy. And then once you get your card, you can start reserving things online. And the easiest way to do that is through the app. So you just download the app on whatever platform you're on. Hannah's an Apple user. I'm an Android user, and we both find what we need.
And you're also able to add your library card to your digital wallet now,
That's
which
great.
is very handy.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Huh.
you never have to worry about, oh no, I left my card at home. Can you look me up? You've got it.
It's on your phone.
It's
So
in your phone.
I can put that like in Google Play. We'll go in there. And that
The
type of
Google
digital
Your Google
wallet.
Your Google
Yeah.
Wallet,
My
yeah.
Google Wallet, not Google Play, but just the wallet itself.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. You download the app on Google Play.
Yeah.
You'll get your card through there, and then you'll add it to your Google Wallet.
Well, that is very nice.
It's very
It's
nice.
pretty helpful.
Very nice indeed. Well, you know what? Let's take a break, and then when we come back, we're gonna talk books. We're going to talk about some of the top circulated books that have come through your hands at the Delaware County District Library this year. We're going to talk a little bit about the Reader's Advisory question that was quite unique that was asked of our staff, how they would associate a book with their Spotify Wrapped listening of the year. And then we're going to give you a big tease for an author visit that's going to have tickets on sale in 1 week. Stay tuned.
It's 19 degrees, feels like 14 if you're localing along Sawmill Parkway. Now back to Off the Shelf in my 96.7.
I don't approve of 19 degrees.
No.
Thumbs down. Big thumbs down.
Yeah, 14 though. It's 14.
I don't approve
14.
of that either.
No,
Approve
that's not
less.
good.
Less approve. My approval rating has gone further down.
I'm really looking forward to going on those carriage rides tonight.
Yeah.
No, it's actually going to be beautiful.
Yeah, let's hope that maybe the I don't know, the wind chill. It'll go away. It goes away at the end of the day, right? I don't think that's how it works. No, we're going to talk about books, though. This is the perfect time of year if you are looking for book recommendations for yourself, for your friends, your family, for your gifts, anything like that. And we love end of the year talking about books because one of the things that always comes with that is lists. And we love lists in the library world.
Yeah, we do. We've got our top circulated items. Circulating just means how many times it's been checked out.
That's right.
We're going to keep some of the YA, our adult fiction, and picture books a secret because we're going to be revealing those on social media next week.
In a very fun way. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to all of the library's social channels, but in particular, Facebook and Instagram are going to have some of these fun ones.
Indeed. So we'll be revealing the top 3 for each of those categories. But nonfiction, and something that is a little interesting about the way things are broken out, is that I have a list of the top nonfiction, but also biography is separated out, even
I
though
like that.
biography is
Right.
nonfiction. So the top 3 biographies were Counting the Cost by Jill Duggar.
Okay. Oh, okay.
That was number 3. Oath and Honor by Liz Cheney. And then number 1 was by our girl Brittany, The Woman in Me.
Well, that's not new, though. Didn't Brittany's biography
Come out last
Yeah,
year.
Brittany's biography came out last year. I don't know when the Duggar
There's
biography.
actually that was also last year. There are a lot of repeats on this list from last year, including Friends, Lovers, and the Big Terrible Thing, the Matthew Perry memoir.
Oh, that's right.
I'm Glad My Mom Died by Jeanette McCurdy.
Right.
That was really popular last year as well. Spare by Prince Harry.
Right.
Unsurprisingly, Hillbilly Elegy is back in the top circulating. So a lot of those things are very interesting.
People want to learn about that vice president-elect.
American Prometheus, which is the Oppenheimer biography, that's up there as well.
That inspired that movie.
Something that other people, you guys may not expect. The number 1 nonfiction book every year over year, without fail,
Is
Guinness Book of World Records.
Oh,
Oh,
of
wow.
course.
So
I bet that is true across like all libraries because I know that's true at school libraries.
Right?
I was one of those kids who checked out the Guinness
yeah.
Book of World Records at my school library.
Santa used to bring it for us.
Oh, nice.
Every year.
That's a great gift from Santa.
So yeah, so when I would usually make lists, I would leave that one out just because it's sort of like when you're counting the top most streamed songs, you take Taylor Swift out.
She's a Goliath. We
It's
know
fine.
it's going to be
Guinness
on the
Book
list.
of World Records and Taylor Swift.
the
Same thing.
two Goliaths, exactly.
So our top 3 there are number 3, Just Mercy, which is another backlist title.
Oh, yeah.
by Brian Stevenson.
Which also had a movie within the last decade.
Yeah, yeah. With what's his face? So handsome, so cute. Michael B. Jordan.
Yes.
Oh,
Did it also have?
Jamie Foxx, maybe.
We're gonna have to look it up.
Yeah. Our number 2 book was The Art Thief, which I know Molly was reading last week.
That's right. Molly talked about that. Michael Finkel. Really sounds like an intriguing story.
I've got it at my house. I need to dig into it.
Sounds almost too good to be true.
And then the number 1 book was The Anxious Generation.
Yeah, I started that, and I haven't book talked it yet because my hold ran out. I had it on listen, and by the time that I finally audiobook, and so by the time I finally got to it, I was able to listen to about the first 2 hours of it, and it's really not a long book, but then my hold expired. I was so sad. It is The Anxious Generation. Let me give a quick book talk for it. It's really fascinating. The concept is that this generation that we're raising right now, which you can call Z or Alpha, or just kind of wherever they fall in their birth year, they are diagnostically one of the most highest anxious generations. And so this sociologist, he's a psychological sociologist, goes into the depths of why that is. And really what it all comes back to is phones, cell phones, specifically, having them right at your fingertips, and what that means. And he lays out the book in kind of an academic way, but it's very easy to read and easy to consume. But he gives his top 3 things for how you can cure this anxious generation. The number one thing is no cell phones until high school.
Yeah, I think I've seen him on TikTok talking about that.
He says no cell phones until high school, no social media until you're at least 16. So he even makes that older than high school. You can start when you're 14 or 15. And then he says have a more free range, free play childhood. Meaning like just let your kids outside with no technology, and don't be a hover parent, you know?
Well, see, that's how I try and employ aunthood.
Yes.
What are we doing? I don't know. There's toys. Go play with them.
Exactly. But it's really great. He says, when you think about it, developmentally, there's a lot happening in the brains of young people. And so he said to add something that fires so many synapses, that, adds so many endorphins and so many pleasure center, firings to their brain at such a young age, you're training their brain in a very negative way, a very negative response way, which wants that immediate gratification, kind of constantly. And so he said, why not wait until after puberty, after the hormones really kick in, to let them figure out who they are before the internet tells them who they are, and they have that right in their hands. And I got that only from the first 2 hours of the book. So hopefully you pick it up and you listen.
Yeah, so it's fascinating. But there is a trend we've seen from things that are not necessarily released this year being the most popular titles,
right?
And I think you will see that bear out in fiction.
Yeah,
YA. The YA number one is wild. I cannot believe that this was the number one YA book.
Sarah J. Maas.
Maybe. I'm not going to tell you.
You're teasing it. That's right. We have to go back. We have to wait until we see it on social media next week. All right.
Yeah, it was a very exciting project.
Okay. Let's take a quick second, because I don't want people to miss out on some exciting news that we have coming. We have been talking a little bit about an author visit that we think is going to happen, and we finally got contracts signed this week. And I think we can say it, that Rick Steves is coming to Central Ohio in February. So mark your calendar for February 20th of 2025. He's coming. He's going to be at the Mershon Auditorium, which is on Ohio State University's campus. And this is a joint venture between many different libraries of the Central Library Consortium. So as you know, Delaware County District Library shares our catalog with 18 other Central Ohio member libraries. We get together, pool our resources to bring someone really cool like Rick Steves. And we are going to have tiers of tickets go on sale. They'll go on sale through Ticketmaster. We had hoped it would be ready by this Monday. It's not going to be ready by Monday, but it will be ready by next Friday, December 20th. So get your Ticketmaster credentials ready. There is going to be a lot of really great things that happen. You can buy whatever ticket tier works in your personal budget. And then also pre-buy the book, because Steves has this insane way of doing book signings. They call it like a book signing mosh pit, where he just kind of like puts his hand out and spins in a circle and signs whatever is in front of him. And so he gets through like 1,000 people in like 25 minutes. I mean, we're all aghast here because we've been part of
Rick
book
Steves.
right. We've been part of book signings before where, the author wants to have these personalized conversations and it takes 17 hours. And Rick Steves is like, no, here we go.
Yeah, I love it.
So
I
yes,
love it.
get your credentials ready. If you don't know who Rick Steves is, I discovered him this past summer as I was researching a trip to Europe. He is a travel writer. He's a world traveler, and he's just really great at taking really intimidating places and cities and making them approachable. So, you decide you're going to go to a city like Rome. Oh my gosh, how do we do Rome in a day? Rick Steves is going to help you with that. He's got an app. He's got tours. He's got podcasts. He's got downloadable audio tours that you just put in your ears, and you just listen to Rick talk to you as you walk around the Colosseum.
Wow.
And it's really phenomenal. Yeah, so we're excited.
So excited.
So get your Ticketmaster credentials ready.
And that'll be in February. His visit is February 20th.
February 20th. Mm-hmm. Yep. And the sales should be on sale next Friday, December 20th.
Be a great Christmas gift for the travel lover in your life.
It sure would. And pre-buy your book with it, because the purchases for your pre-bought books are going to benefit our local book sailor.
Beanbag Books.
Beanbag Books, yeah.
We love it. It's going to be so fun.
We're very excited. Well, that took us to time. So we didn't even get to talk about our rock and roll Spotify Wrapped. We'll save that for next week. Mm-hmm. We've got a tease for next week.
Cool.
Happy birthday, Taylor Swift. I love you.
Yes. Happy birthday to 35, right?
35.
And then when my daughter turned 10 yesterday.
Yeah.
Nice.
Taylor and Wynn,
Mm-hmm.
a combination
gems.
for the ages. All right. Well, thank you, Hannah, for filling in for Molly this morning.
Always a pleasure.
And Mark as well.
Love you, Taylor.
All right. Until next week, we'll see you in the stacks.